whether it's a new client or somebody I meet after a workshop or presentation or just a random email, one of the main questions that seems to be, constant is people ask me because they're not sure. Do I need a business coach? Do I need a consultant? Do I need an advisor? Do I need some counsel? And I say, well, realistically, more than likely, yes. Because not only do even the best of the best hire, and by the way, when you look at local consultants and you're thinking, oh, $100, $200, $300 an hour is a lot, wait till you get into the corporate world where they're paying people $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000 for one day to come and sit down and counsel them. These top CEOs, CFOs, a lot of these men and women are paying top dollar people, maybe even at their own expense, depending on, how their company structure is or, and so on. The reason why you need, and there's multiple ones, by the way, but one of the main reasons why you need somebody constantly on your side is because somebody with experience in different industries can help guide you through the three main aspects of business. By the way, business is all the same. I'm going to tell you exactly why. But a lot of people think their industry is so special, they think nobody's dealt with their problems. Let me tell you a little secret, okay? Business, in my book, is classified into three categories. It's made, it's sold, and it's bought. That's it. It's made, it's sold, it's bought. Really, that's it. Okay? Let me tell you what I mean. By being made, something is being produced. Something is being rendered. Even if you're an attorney, even if you're a doctor performing a surgery, okay? You're a hamburger joint selling hamburgers. Something is being made. Then it's being sold. How are you selling it? Are you having problems with the sales process? Then it's bought. How are you collecting the money? How? Is it on the internet? Is it through mail? Is it on a subscription plan? Is it at a farmer's market at a table? It doesn't matter. It's made, it's sold, it's bought. So find one industry that doesn't have the same formula of being made and sold and bought. Probably not that many, because it's all the same thing. So when you have somebody with experience that can bounce between multiple industries and see all the commonalities and say, wait a second, this issue over here got resolved by doing this. This could also help this and this and this. Typically as business owners, obviously if you have a commodity or a specific service, this is all you do. You're so zoned in on what everyone else in your industry is doing that you don't necessarily always see newer and better ways to do it. You're so stuck on, let me see what everybody else is doing. He looks like he's winning. I'm just going to copy that template. You'll be surprised when you break the template how much farther you can actually go. And at one point, the ones that were at the top broke certain templates, and then everybody started copying them, and then it became somewhat like a race to the bottom. So experience, multiple industry experience is why a coach, a mentor, an advisor, a consultant typically brings to the table. Another thing, they are very empathetic because they understand, especially, by the way, when I say coach, let's talk about somebody with experience, someone that's actually owned a business, not necessarily someone that was a consultant for a corporation and then they're like, screw my job, I can do it all on my own. And then they go out and they do it on their own and they realize they were just a consultant. They were never an entrepreneur to begin with because they were always, as my friend Bob says, a corporate weenie. So if you were a corporate weenie and now you're turning yourself into a business, you might not necessarily understand the entrepreneur mindset. But a business coach, as myself, that has actually owned a business understands what it's like when there's no money in the register, when the weather affects this, when the employees call in, when there's a cease in production, they can't get you your product for 4 days, for 5 days, when you don't spend enough time with the girlfriend or with the wife, and on and on and on and on. These problems just keep on happening. Find somebody not just with experience with multiple industries, but preferably someone that can be empathetic because they totally understand what you're going through. Physically, your body changes, mentally, emotionally, your love life even changes, believe it or not, as you're really wheeling and dealing. There's certain things that you have to look at that you might not currently be, but an advisor or a coach comes in and they can help you in those type of things. Same thing as if you go to a gym and you get a trainer. You get a personal trainer. Why? Because you need someone also to hold you accountable. Okay, Mike, you said you're going to do this. Why didn't you do this? Yeah, you're right. Because when you own a business, you're at the top. You call the shots. But there's no one else to blame but you. Yeah, that's a feeling that kind of sucks. But imagine having someone almost as a partner that can help you get ahead, get you over those humps. Those are just, 2 or 3 reasons why you need a coach, an advisor, a mentor, a consultant. And by the way, don't be scared of these guys or women that are charging $100, $200, $300 an hour locally, because that's really not that much money. To imagine if your marriage was falling apart with your wife, and you see a counselor and you're like, oh, screw that, $200 an hour. But in 3 sessions or 4 sessions, $500 to $1,000, your marriage just got saved. Was that worth it? Totally. Because maybe it was just a communication problem that you didn't know how to communicate with your wife. But a couple $100 actually saved the marriage, or maybe $1,000. That, you get what I'm getting at now. So definitely look for somebody that can be on your side and can fulfill the needs that you constantly will have as a business owner. And by the way, talking about rates, depending on if you've worked in corporate America, look at what corporate America is paying for these consultants and advisors. Tens of thousands of dollars a day for the top tier ones. And a lot of times the top tier ones, they're doing their thing publicly, and you already know what they're telling them in the boardroom because they're giving all this information for free. But of course, you get a little bit more tactical and such. And that's what can change a business, the tactical side. But when you're a small business locally and you're not Gillette or you're not Johnson & Johnson, you might not need those specific high dollar tactics. You need something more locally, which will eventually get you to making more money. So definitely feel free, reach out, email, direct message, go to the website, whatever it is, whether it's me or somebody else in your region, I'm here to help. And I think one of the best things you can do, as I do for myself, is have a mentor that will help you get to not just where you want to get to, but get you over what you want, what you're having problem with. So yeah, and this wasn't scripted, and this wasn't a what do they call it, a teleprompter or anything like that. This is just free flow, 100% organic. Definitely, contact info is below. Feel free to reach out.